If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out. Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is September the 1st, 2022, and today the topic is censorship. It's a brand new month, y'all. Brand new month, and it's Thursday, right? Man, weeks are flying by as always. With it being Thursday, that means that tomorrow is Friday, and so we should have a new episode of God, Sex, and Love going live at 7 p.m. We should have our friends at Doxiva. I might be saying it wrong, y'all, but I know Dr. Fiat will be visiting us on the behalf of Doxiva. I believe that's the name of the product. Sorry, again, it's whatever time in the morning. Give me grace and mercy here. And I don't have the information in front of me, but I believe that's the name of the product. But anyway, yeah, the episode should be airing tomorrow. So yeah, if anybody needs to, hear more about blood circulation and things like that, then yeah, check out tomorrow's episode. Really, really informative information. So yeah, man. Not too much happened yesterday. I was working on little this and little that. I was kind of excited, but then my excitement dissipated. And that's pretty much where my inspiration comes from for today. Long story short, over the past couple of days, I came across this company. And it's supposed to be this company where you can get on there, you can teach anything. You don't have to have a degree or whatever. You can just kind of teach whatever for kids. And I was excited about that because I was like, okay, cool. Like, so that means I could create, a little, experience for the kids or whatnot. And the parents can, sign them up or whatever. And, again, I'm just hustling from home right now anyway. And y'all know that I've been, like, debating about this whole job thing, about whether I should be getting one or not, or whether I should just continue to do what I'm doing, and trust God, which, I'm going to do that anyway, right? That's part of what I'm going to do. But I'm just saying, just to have extra funds or just to have more to work with, right? To help this thing grow outside of, everything else that has been established, I've been looking for other opportunities just in case I need to put in a little bit more work. Now, obviously, again, if I get things outside of like things that I can do on my own, then that's going to be a whole nother element to what has already been established. So, again, obviously I'm being a little bit, not to say picky, but like, the debate continues. Because on one hand, I'm like, well, Lord, what is it that you want me to do? Because do you want me to continue to, full focus on this and, keep building things that like coincide with this and what's the word? That basically that pairs well with what I'm already doing. Look, shout out to Miracle of Wine. Things that kind of pair well with what I already have going on right now. Or do I need to get something that's going to be totally different and then just kind of do this around it? Thus far, I feel led to continue to do what I'm doing. And again, God has been blessing and providing and whatnot in spite of, right? So I'm thankful for that. I am. I'm just saying I was excited because I was like, okay, this could be something that I could do, that I can, basically kind of fit it around what I'm already doing. And I was excited because it seemed like it was going to be something where it's like I could choose what I wanted to do. And that's important to me because obviously you guys see the type of content that I'm creating. And so I want to kind of like expand that in a way, There's the idea that has been swirling around in my mind um, with one of my characters and whatnot. And so I just kind of wanted to kind of at least get started with that, since that's something that's already kind of established. And then from there, as I continue to create and whatnot, then, hopefully build more lesson plans and more things in the future. So I go through the whole process, I get approved and everything like that. And I'm like, cool. I didn't necessarily pitch the main idea because I just was like, let me just put something so they can get a taste of what I'm trying to do. But, I'll work on the main idea because I need to get some things established right. And then I do all the process, I get in, and then I come to find out that I'm seeing in their like fine print that what I want to talk about, which is, for example, biblical, godly things, isn't necessarily allowed, which I was kind of confused by because I saw people on the platform talking about the Bible. But then I noticed that they were being very specific to say secular and X, Y, and Z. And I just was like, okay, interesting, Good morning, Progressional Grace TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning and showing some love, commenting and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, basically, yeah, I was excited, but then I come to find out, good, man, good. Hopefully this encourages you and inspires you today. Thank you so much. Shout out where you from if you don't mind. But yeah, so yeah, I was excited, but then it took the excitement away to see that I was going to be censored to a certain extent. You know what I mean? It was like, you can't talk about that here. Or if you do, I guess you got to talk about it in a way where, I'm censored. I can't like be free, right? And I'm just like, ugh. Because I guess I'm in this place, man, where I can see that I'm spoiled. Not only am I spoiled as an American, right? Because you grow up hearing about, hey, I have freedom of speech and all this stuff, right? But I'm definitely at least spoiled in this season because by creating this platform of GSL and whatnot, y'all see I talk about anything, everything, and everything like that, and so to kind of go somewhere and be told that, oh, you can't talk about this, is like, well, do I want to be on your platform now? So I'm debating about that, praying about that. We'll see, what the Lord do. But that pretty much leads me to the topic for today. I mean, because anybody that can see in this season, in this time, you will notice that there is censorship happening, and if you don't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. But, and I mean, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before, because I mean, obviously, my situation isn't the first situation where I'm seeing censorship. I'm seeing it all over the place, really. But my whole thing is this, like, especially here in America, like, I get, okay, in other countries and everything, and my apologies, y'all, because apparently I got the hiccups right now. But yeah, I understand that, okay, in other countries, they might go by different rules, and so they might not have the freedom of speech that we have here. They might not have, like, things that have been established to say that, hey, the citizens can pretty much do what they want to do. However, here in America, yeah, yeah, I do expect that I have freedom of speech. I do expect that, I can do whatever I want to do, obviously within reason, not to break any laws or, hurt anyone or whatever the case is. But I think, for example, when I think about this platform, and one thing that I was excited about was like, at the end of the day, the parent can choose if they want to get their child in my class or not. But at least let me have my class on the platform, and then it can be available alongside every other class, and then people can choose if they want to join it or not. And obviously I wouldn't be like saying that nobody can join it if they don't believe what I'm teaching or whatever the case is. I mean, I wouldn't censor them, you know what I mean? If you don't believe or whatever the case is, you can join the class. I don't have a problem. Same thing with GSL. Like, I don't have a problem talking to people that believe differently than me. As long as we all were respectful of everybody's opinions. And thus far, GSL has been a platform like that. Now, this whole thing about the kids, again, the parent is the one that's purchasing the access to the class. So let the parent have the freedom to choose what they want to put their child in. At the end of the day, now you're censoring me, and now I can't provide my service, right? And be on the even platform with other people doing their thing. Like at the end of the day, again, I feel like a parent can choose what they want their child to be in. If they don't want their child to be in the class where I'm teaching the things that I want to teach, then they don't have to sign up for my class. And but at least it's available for those that want to sign up. That's all I'm saying. So on one hand, it's like maybe there's other platforms out there that I could probably get on, and I'm looking into that. But I'm just saying it's disappointing, and that's one of the things that led to the topic for today. So what does the Bible has to say about censorship? That's what I ended up studying this morning. So let's see. Romans 1:18, it says, "For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness, suppress the truth." So, I mean, I'm not surprised, that biblical content, for example, is being censored. I mean, obviously, people in the Bible, were also censored, Some were told that they couldn't pray. Some were told they had to bow down to idols. There's just countless accounts of people trying to censor the body of Christ, right? So it's not like, this is new or anything. Like I said, I'm just a spoiled American. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spoiled American that believes that, hey, freedom of speech is part of, the Constitution or whatever the case is, right? So yeah, I do expect to have that. I am an American citizen, and everything like that. Now, but still, it's not nothing that's uncommon. Yeah, I mean, I get it that, it comes with the territory, and this is why, right? Unrighteousness suppresses truth, suppresses the truth. So, that's just something to keep into our, minds, y'all, so that we won't be confused about why things happen. But hey, let's keep going. So then we got Matthew 23:13. It says, "But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you shut the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. For you neither enter yourselves nor allow those who would enter to go in." Again, this kind of reminds me of the conversation that I had with this gentleman the other week. And I know he was saying a joke. He was, but I just was like, I hope that you're not serious about that. Because there's people that are serious about, like, I don't believe and I don't want anyone else to believe. So I'm going to teach everybody to believe what I believe. And then I want to censor, those people that believe differently from me. Or whatever the case is. And it is just very interesting to me when you hear about different groups and people that say this, but they do it. You know what I mean? Like you say you censor, oh, I'm oppressed, I'm censored, I'm X, Y, and Z. And so I don't want these people to be able to speak and whatnot. That's my thing. At least even the playing field, let both people speak, and then people can choose what they want to choose at the end of the day. Now, granted, again, it depends on what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's certain things, for example, that I don't think kids should be, exposed to X, Y, and Z, especially things sexual nature. Like, I wouldn't obviously go on this platform and be like, hey, y'all, GSL, you know what I'm saying? On this kid platform, for example. But, if I want to have a Bible study, on here, and it's just there as an option, and then people can choose the Bible study if they want, or they could not choose it and they can scroll on past it. Just like we do every other thing, I'm reminded of Pastor David Lynn, and how people have issues with him preaching on the street. But it's like, when you don't have no issues with all of these advertisements, you don't have issues if a band is out here playing on the street, you don't have issue with any other thing that's being pushed and kind of like shoved down our throats. But then if a pastor gets out here and share, then everybody got issues. So yeah, I mean, it's just, even it up. That's the thing. You want to claim to be diverse and free and all of this stuff, but then you want to censor, my side. Like, let it be, free and equal. Now, again, and then when it comes to children's content and whatnot, yes, the parent can decide what they want their child to be exposed to. If they don't want their child to be at the Bible study, then they would clearly not choose my class, and they would choose another class. And so why your platform, is censoring that option before they even get the option? That's my thing. But anywho, um, so then again, people think like they are, you know, I mean, well, one, they think they're doing the right thing when they censoring, um, people, um, and whatnot. They're like, oh, because we want people to, you know, be free X, Y, and Z. But it's like, well, yeah, they are free. They're free to choose whichever one they want to choose, and they don't have to choose the Bible study class, for example. You know what I mean? So why are you choosing for them? Yeah, that's my thing. Like, you're choosing for them. Um, and so yeah, and people feel like they're on the right side and they're doing the right thing by doing things like that. And you know, again, maybe the people in the Bible thought they were on the right side to be like, yeah, let's stop those people from praying. Or yeah, let's get everybody to worship, this idol, whatever the case is. Um, Whatever it is that people are, pushing, it's like, yeah, do the thing I like, but don't do the thing you like. Well, here's something I came across this morning that I guess should put things into perspective a little bit regarding that. It's Luke 19:39 through 40. It says, and some of the Pharisees from among the multitudes said unto him, Master, rebuke thy disciples. And he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would undeniably cry out. So, yeah. I mean, if you go deeper in the Bible, there's plenty of verses that say that the whole world is a, testimony of God, right? And everything like that. So, yeah, you can censor, or you can try to censor the Christians, right? You can try to censor me. You can try to censor anybody else that believe differently from you. But at the end of the day, the rocks will cry out if you censor us and if we stay silent, God used a donkey to talk in the Bible, and everything like that. So, I mean, you're not going to censor the word of God. It's going to get out, regardless of what these people try to do. And that's the juice today. That is the juice this morning. Again, I feel like there's definitely room to fight things like this. And one of the ways is a system that is called apologetics. I know I've mentioned it time and time again here, and I'm not sure if I'm, I know I've said since the beginning that, oh, I'm not that type of person to debate people and whatnot. But who knows? I don't know if God is doing something in me to make me more bold and be on this side of apologetics or not. I don't know, but I definitely see that there is room for it. There definitely needs to be people out here speaking up and willing to debate and willing to, do all of those things. And so I'm mentioning this because, in the Go Deeper section, I want you guys to check out, if you can and will, calm.org. They have an article that's called Why do we need apologetics? That is the Go Deeper section today. And yeah, you know, that's the juice, y'all. And again, things happen for a reason. Maybe all this stuff happened just so I could do this this thing today. And just remind all of us, one, why it's important for us to stand and speak up and be bold and everything like that. But also, again, to just remind us that, hey, again, we're in good company. Christians, this is not nothing new. We should just be prepared and mentally prepared and everything for things like this. And who knows, maybe things worse than this, because I mean, again, people in other countries, they are experiencing worse things. So let's just mentally prepare for things like this, and try to move accordingly. You can figure out if there's other, like for me, I'll either try to figure out, are there other platforms that I can get on, or is there a way for me to do what I feel led to do on this particular platform or not. Things like that. But in the meantime, y'all can be praying for your girl, and I'll be praying, and we'll see what the Lord do with all of that. But the Bible verse of today is Matthew 7:12. It says, therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them, for this is the law and the prophets. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, with the Lord's will. Bye-bye. Check out our friends at mailandmeat.com for beautifully handcrafted, Afrocentric greeting cards and so much more. That's mailandmeat.com.